Hello again. We are back with the tutorial and playthrough, and this time we are diving into Too Many Bones. In Too Many Bones, you're playing as a Gearlug or a group of Gearlugs who are going after a tyrant, and on the way they have several encounters and try to make progress toward the tyrant. Alright, as usual, I'm going to start with the setup and explain the components as I'm setting them up. First thing you need to do is choose your Gearlugs. The game can be played with 1 to 4 players, so you can play through solo. And first I thought about doing that to keep the video as short as possible, but then I realized I couldn't explain targeting properly. So I'm playing with two-handed, I'm playing with 2 Gearlug, I'm playing with patches and pickets. So for each Gearlug you get the mat, you get the ini die, the chip, the 12 skill die and the 4 stat dice. And you also get this reference sheet. On one side is the explanation of backup plans. I'm going to talk about that more later. Here you can see some details. Here is some suggestion how to build them for beginners if you are new to the Gearlug. Here are innate and innate plus 1. I'm going to talk about that later. And some effects that may apply to your gear. On the other side are the list of your dice and the explanation of what each of these symbols mean. During the game, I'm going to show it on a PDF. I'm not going to use this one, which is easier on video, but basically the information is the same. Let's look at each Gearlug's mat. In this area, you can see the starting stats, and you can see the plus next to them. This is because they can increase during the game. During the game, as you level up and get training point, you can increase this to show that you simply get one of these stat die, add it here, and that stat is increased. For example, now the health is 5 plus 1, it's 6. So health is the number of health chip that you have. Dexterity can be used to move on the mat, or it can be used to roll dice. Let's say, for example, I have 4 dexterity. I can roll up to 4 dice, or I can move 1 space and roll up to 3 dice, or move 2 space, roll up to 2 dice, and so on and so forth. Here is the maximum number of attack dice that you can roll, and here maximum number of defense dice that you can roll. Here are the innate and innate plus 1 ability. I'm going to talk about it in a second. Here you can see if the Gearlug is melee or range. Melee Gearlugs can only attack adjacent baddies. Range Gearlug can attack everybody on the map. Here you can see the skill area. Again, as you level up and gain training points, you can use those training points to get your skill dice and put them here. You can see these different colors. Each Gearlug has different professions that match this color. So for example, the red ones are for the combat medics, the green ones are for the forester, and the blue ones for the steam stack. You can also see these yellow ones. These yellow ones are the consumables. The consumable, you don't get them with training points. You get them as fortunate discovery. There are some loots in the game that lets you get fortunate discovery, and some Gearlug also have them in their backup plans. For example, in the case of patches with 4 bones, you can get fortunate discovery. Again, I'm going to talk about backup plan later. Here are the space for your active dice and your locked die. Some of the dice have in their definition that they go to the active slot or the locked slot. This is the place where you put them for those dice. This is your prep area. Whenever the game refers to your prep area, it's referring to this area. This you put your exhausted die, and this is where you put your loot. You can have up to 4 loot during the game. If you go over that, you have to discard some of the dice. Here is the space for your backup plans. So when you roll the dice, you may roll, for example, 1 attack or 2 attack or 1 defense or whatever your skill dice says. Or you may roll a bone. Bones are missed. You don't get anything out of them. But you may put them in your backup plans. And whenever you want, you can exhaust that many bones to get whatever the benefit of that backup plan is. Let's take a quick look at the reference sheet as well. Here you can see the flavor text. For patches, we have this Gearlock cares only for the welfare of his party. Using a variety of methods, Patches is a master manipulator of health and can easily sustain a party through the worst and longest of battle. He also isn't half bad with a bonesaw, smooth edges. Here you can see the beginning build strat. These are some suggestions where you should put your training points early in the game if you are not familiar with the Gearlock. For example, in this case, it tells us for the stat we should go earlier with Dex and then attack, and for the skill, go with Medkit first and then Nutrients. Here you can see Innate and Innate plus 1. Innate is the ability that you always have. You don't have to roll for it, you don't have to train for it, nothing. You always have this ability. So for Patches, we have the Innate Recovery. At the start of this turn, Patches heals himself for 1 HP. You can also upgrade to Innate plus 1. You always Innate to Innate plus 1 with 6 bones from your backup plans. I'm going to get to that in a second. So what is Innate plus 1? It's Major Recovery, instantly and permanently increases HP stat die by 1 once per adventure. At the start of Patches turn, heal any Gearlock for 1 HP. Here you can see some critical details. Some dice may not be clear how to use them. Here you can see how they can be used and how each of these ability works. I'm not going to go through it during this video, but it is a good idea to read this part first whenever you are starting with a Gearlock. Here you can see the backup plan breakdown. As I told you, whenever you roll a bone, you may put it in your backup plan and then use as many bones to get the benefit. So for 1 bone, he doesn't have anything. For 2 bones, heal Gearlock, heal any Gearlock for 1 HP. 3 bones is Needle Jab, a stick target for 2 damage. 4 bones is Fortunate Discovery, acquire a consumable die of Patches' choice. 5 bone is Overcharge, reduce E-Cell by 1, electrify anybody for 4 true damage. E-Cell is one of Patches' dice. If you read the critical detail that I show you down there, you'll see how it works. And for 6 bone, you can upgrade to Innate plus 1. On the other side, you can see the list of the dice that belong to each profession and the explanation of them. I won't go through all of it now. During the game, whichever die I get, I'm going to explain it there. Here you can see where each die can be used. If it's A, place in active slot, AA place in allies active slot, BP place in backup plan, CTR use as counter, I use instantly, and L place in a locked slot. Next to each effect, you can see one or more of these. It just explains how you can use each of them. Alright, so we get our Gearlock. As I said, I'm playing with Patches and Picket. I'm going to explain Picket's Innate and his backup plans before I start the game, but for now let's move on. Next thing you need to do is choose a tyrant. You can simply choose it or randomize it. In base game comes with 7 tyrants. Let's look at the tyrant card. Here you can see the name and the flavor text. Here is the number of progress points that you need before you can go to the tyrant battle, to the final battle. Here is the number of days that you have. And here are the type of baddies that you are going to see. I'm going to talk about this later. On the other side of the Tyrant die, you see how you set up the Tyrant battle, the last time. If it's your first game, I would suggest go either with Malmesh or Drellen. I'm going to go with Drellen today. We're playing with Drellen. Ages ago, Drellen was banished from Obendar to the Poisonous March for a reason no one can or willing to recall. Instead of perishing, however, Drellen remains alive. Face twisted and scarred from extended time in the swamp, he is but a skin and bones. Yet somehow he thrives in the dark. So we're going to need 6 progress points, and we will have 10 days to finish the battle. And we are going to face these kind of baddies on the way. On the other side is the setup for the battle. I'm going to talk about it more when I get to the battle. And these are the explanation of Tyrant's skill and Tyrant's die. Every Tyrant comes with a die. So in the case of Drellen, we have this die. And here you can see the explanation what each of them. You also get the chip for Tyrant and put it aside, and that's it. So as I said, we get the Tyrant, the chip, and the die, and that's it. The rest of the Tyrants, you don't need them, you can just put them away. Then you need to set up your encounters. You have the special encounters, the Tyrant encounters, and the solo or general encounters. If you are playing through solo, you play with solo. For 2 or more, you are going to keep the general encounters, so we are not going to need these. So for the Tyrant encounter, you can see the name of the Tyrant on the bottom and how many of them will be. For example, for Drellen, we only have this one. The rest of them are for other Tyrants, you can just put them away. From the rest of the encounters, so if you are playing with 2 or more from the general, and if you are playing 2 solo from the solos, you take as many encounters as there are days minus 3. So in this case, we have 10 days, which means we are going to take 7 of these encounters. So you shuffle the encounters and take 7 out. So I'm taking 7 out. And the rest of them you can simply put away. Then you take the Tyrant encounter, shuffle it in these. Then from the special encounter, from 1 to 3, they go on top here. The rest of them, you keep them nearby, they may or may not get shuffled into the deck. And then you cover your encounters, because you're not supposed to see what's coming. That's how we usually play it. I usually sleep them so that I'm not sure I'm not seeing them. I don't like the fact that sometimes I can't see them. The first 3 don't really matter. I'm gonna sleep the rest. So I'm shuffling these again. And that's a little excessive, sorry about that. Then you need to set up your baddies. So in the game you have 1-point baddies, 5-point baddies, 20-point baddies, and the Tyrant baddies. Whenever the game refers to baddies, is referring to this. Let's take a quick look at baddie chips. Here you can see the health, so for example in this case 8. Here you can see the initiative. This is the number of attack and defense die they roll. It is possible that they don't roll any. For example, in this case, we are seeing it's not rolling any defense die. In this case, it's rolling 3 attack die, 2 defense die. Here you can see if the baddie is melee or range. For example, these 2 are range, the rest of them are melee. Here you can see what their target is. If the hand is up, they're targeting the strongest gear lock. If the hand is down, they're targeting the weakest gear lock. I'm going to talk about targeting more during the game. And here you can see what type of baddie it is. It could be beast, scale, troll, goblin, bug, and orc. Here you can also see the name, and here you can see the skill that they have. If the skill has a bone near it, it's a backup plan for them, which means if they roll that many bones, it triggers. Some baddies may also have this sign, which means they can move diagonally. Usually the movement in the game is orthogonal. So you can move up and down or left and right, but you can't move diagonally. If they have this sign, they can move diagonally. And they may also have this sign, which means whenever they enter battle match, you add that many 5-point baddies on top of the baddie. For example, you can see 2 here, so you add 2. If it was only 1, you would add 1 5-point baddie to the battle. So to set up your baddies, you go check here and check this sign. For example, in this case, we can see bug type baddie, goblin type baddies, and beast type baddies. You go through all of them, keep these kinds in, and take the rest of them out. You won't be seeing them during this game. So for each of the stack, you're going to do that. We keep the beast and bug type baddies in, the rest of them we take them out. Then whatever is left, you shuffle them, make a stack of baddies. I'm gonna do that for all 5 and 1 point baddies as well. We also need to shuffle the loot and trove loots. So these are the things that you gain during the game and you can use them. And as I said, you can have up to 4 loot and trove loot at any point. If you have more than that, you need to discuss. You need to keep some health chip nearby. You're going to need them during the game. You're going to keep these luck picking dice and these D6. I'm going to talk about luck picking later. You are going to need the defense dice, the attack dice, and the stat dice. I'm going to talk about each of them as we go through the game. Last thing is you put the battle mat in the middle and this lane counter and the corresponding ini die. Let's take a quick look at battle mat. Here is where the range baddie enter the battle mat. Here melee baddie enter the battle mat. Here melee gearlocks and here range gearlocks. You have this run counter. It goes from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and fatigue. I'm going to talk about that more during battle. When the battle begins, you simply put it around 1. And whenever a baddie enters the battle mat, you give it one of these lane marker and put this ini die to the initiative. Let's say, for example, this baddie is entering the battle mat. It's the first baddie, it gets the first lane marker. Since it's the first and it's melee, it goes here. You also give it its health, which is 3 health. And its initiative is 1, so you put that to 1. Next baddie enters. It's the second baddie that is entering, so you give it lane marker 2. It's a range baddie, so it starts here. You give it its health, which is again 3 health. And you put its initiative at 4. And so on and so forth. Before you start, you need to select the difficulty. If you are playing at the difficulty of adventure, you will start with extra 2 health and 1 training point. If you are playing heroic, you play with 1 extra health and 1 training point, and if you are playing legendary, you don't start with anything, you simply start. Since it's teaching game, I'm just going to play it at adventure, which means I start with plus 2 health. So I put this at 5 plus 2, the same for patches. And I have 1 more training point to spend. I can spend that training point on what to increase one of these stats, or I can spend a training point to get one of these skill dice. For the skill dice, you can see some of them have a star, some of them have these arrows. Whenever you are starting a skill die tree, you always start with the one with the stars. Some of them both have stars, which means you can start with whichever you want. But in this case, if I want to go to combat medic, I can't go and directly get the bone saw. I have to get the one with the star first, so I first get the medkit. Then the arrow shows I get the fast hand next. Then after fast hand, I can either get the bone saw or come get the med pack if I want. For the stat, the health and dexterity is always successful, so whenever you decide to spend it, you just increase the die by 1. For attack or defense, you have to make a training attempt. For training attempt, you roll as many attack or defense die as your stat is. If you don't roll any bone, it's successful. For example, let's say Patch's attack stat is 3, and I want to train his attack again. I roll 3 attack dice. I didn't roll any bone, which means it was successful. I can increase it. If I did roll any bone, it would have been unsuccessful. If it's unsuccessful, your training point is not lost. You can use it on somewhere else, but you can't use it on that stat anymore, either on a skill or another stat. One last thing, in the case of defense, if you roll any bone, you can re-roll that once. For example, let's say I roll 3 defense die. One of them is bone. I'm allowed to keep these and re-roll this. It's a stillborn, it's not a success. It's unsuccessful. But you can reroll the bones once when you are training the defense. Alright, I have one training point to spend with each of them. I'm going to give both of them one dexterity. I'm also going to give them the health chip they start with, so they both now have 7. And their chip goes on top of that. Alright, let's have a quick review of Pickett and then we go to the game. So you can see his flavor text. Pickett was born with a shield in his hand. And while he come off as a bit overbearing at times, those in his party love the confidence and protection he provides. The sword he wields is well known in the land and is easily spotted by the blue topaz set in his set. So you can see the beginner build strat. Here you can see innate and innate +1. His innate is shield wall. At the start of battle, Pickett may roll all his defense dice and place roll defense die in active slot. For this roll, bone cannot be placed in the backup plan. So you roll your dice on your turn. In the case of Pickett, you can't roll your defense die before the battle begins. His innate +1 is Gearlocked Wall. In addition to his shield wall benefit, Pickett may also put roll defense die in his locked slot even during the battle. Locked defense dice will not reduce available defense dice. I'm going to talk about this last sentence when we get to the battle. Let's have a quick look at backup plan. So 1 bone is nothing, 2 bones is shield bash. Remove all defense die including newly rolled active slot and locked slots. Deal total number of removed defense in damage to the target. 3 bones is do-over, may immediately reroll any number of rolled dice once. 4 bones is benevolence. Heal Pickett for 2 HP, also add a defense 2 die in his active slot. 5 bones is shield shy, perform backup plan shield bash, also Pickett's non-tyrant target is a stun. Add a stun effect die to the target. So as I said, the baddie could be 1 point, 5 point, 20 point or tyrant. This stun effect, in this case, in the case of shield shock, you can't add it to a tyrant. It has to be a non-tyrant, so 1 point, 5 point or 20. And 6 bones, as usual, you go 2 in a +1. Alright, I'm going to put these dice off camera for now. I'm going to get them as I need. You also have this day counter. It comes with a card of day counter. You put that on that card on day 1. I have this chip holder. It's easier for me to put it on chip holders. Use this to count the days. And that's it. You also have this reference sheet. On one side, you have the Gearlock Adventure reference guide or guide, which explain different things that may come up during the game. And the other side are the explanation of the baddie's skill and encounter types. So, we are in day 1. At the beginning of each day, you reveal an encounter and resolve it. Our first encounter is the special number 1. Leaving Oberndorf. Only 12 hours till dawn and the send-off ceremony that will no doubt change the lives of every remaining Gearlock, and likely every life in Dalo. Weapons and supplies are ready to go, but the night is young and adrenaline fills the vein. It's clear no sleep will be had tonight. There's sure to be some shady peddlers in dark alleys ready to deal in loot. Then again, some last-minute training could pay a nice dividend by morning. So, what to do? What to do? So, we look at our choice. Here you can see the icons that you may see on encounter. This one means this choice will lead to battle. This one means it doesn't result in battle, but sometimes you may still require to do something to get the benefit, but not necessarily. But whatever that is, it won't be battle. This means you get 1 progress point. This means each Gearlock gets 1 loot. Here the whole party draws the number of loots, and the party decides how to divide them. This means each Gearlock gains 1 training point, and these 2 are the same except they are for trove loot. So the first one, each Gearlock draws 1 trove loot, the other one draws the number of trove loot, and party decide how to divide them. Now, what are our choices? None of them leads to battle, and whatever we choose, we get 1 progress point. So our choices, squeezing some last minute self-improvement is going to give us 2 training points. or Shakedown a Shady Petrep. Each gearlike in party may draw 2 loot and choose 1 to keep. This one gives us 1 training point, but we may draw loots and choose from them. Whenever you draw loot, you just simply draw the top one, but this one is giving you a chance to draw 2 and choose one of them. I'm going to go with the first choice, which means I'm going to get 2 training points and no loot. I'm also getting 1 progress point. Whenever you get progress point, keep the card in a way that you can see the progress point. I have this extra chip from another game. I usually use this to keep track of that, but you can simply keep the card to see how many progress points you have. So we get 1 progress point and we have 2 training points to spend. With patches, I'm spending 1 of the training points to increase my dexterity. I'm using my other training points to get medkits. So it's the first die, it has a star sign on it, I can simply get it. With Picket, I'm also getting another dexterity. And I'm getting a stand ground, again it has a star on it, I can get this. So for patches, we got medkit, you can see the 6 sides of the die here. And you can see the explanation on this side. It's an I, so you have to use it instantly. Heal any gearlike for number of HP. For Picket, we got a stand ground. You can see the 6 sides. 4 side of it is reusable bones. The skill dice are a little different from defense and attack die in a way that when you use a skill die, it gets exhausted. You don't get to keep rolling it during the battle. If you use it, it gets exhausted. That applies even if you use it as a bone. So if you roll a skill die and you get a bone, you can choose not to use it as a bone, but if you do use it as a bone, it will still get exhausted. Reusable bone is a little different. May use this in your backup plan. After use, place back in its skill slot. So the reusable bone, you can use it as a bone and you will still get it back and you use it. The other 2 side is constant regen. It goes to your luck slot. At the start of your turn, heal for number of HP, last for its entire range. So that was day 1, we went to encounter, we got our reward, then we go to the recovery phase. In the recovery phase, you can trade loot between gearlikes if you have. You can trade as many as you want. You can also make a luck picking attempt. This trove loot comes in locked. You can make a luck picking attempt and try to open them if you have any. And you have individual choice as well. So you can trade loot as well as try to open a trove loot as well as do an individual choice. But from this individual choice that I'm telling you, you choose only one of them. So out of these 3 individual choices, you have to choose one. What are they? You can rest and recover. If you are not at full HP, you have the option of getting back to full HP. Other thing you can do is search for better loot. When you search for a better loot, you discard 1 loot. So let's say you got a loot, you are not happy with it. You discard that loot and roll 6 attack dice. So let's say I discarded 1 loot. I rolled 6 attack die. I got 3 bones. For these 3 bones, you reveal 3 loots. So you reveal as many loots as you have bones. And you may keep 1 of them. Other thing you can do is scout ahead, which is what I'm going to do now. When you scout ahead, you roll a d6. For 1, 2, and 3, you look at the top 1 point baddie. You can choose to keep it on top or put it on bottom. 4 or 5, you can look at up to 5 point baddie, so either 1 or 5. And for 6, you can look at the 20 points baddie, again up to 20 points, so 1, 5, or 20. So I'm scouting ahead with patches. 5, I can look at the 5 point baddie or the 1 point baddie. I'm going to look at the 5 point baddie. I am going to cycle this one. I'm scouting ahead with Picket. 3, I can look at the 1 point baddie. I'm keeping this one. And that's the end of day 1. Now we go to day 2. So we got the next encounter, which is the special encounter number 2. Hardly out of the gate. 15th step into the journey, 15 steps, and already a gear-like foot is struck through by an arrow. Luckily, no toes were killed. Teeth are clenched, and a painful tug is made by looking around in embarrassment. Now, sufficiently thick, it's time to return the favor to the ominous figure at the edge of the woods. A commotion breaks out atop the city wall, interrupting our thoughts. Guards have now spotted the brazen intruder and are notching their arrows. Their help is at the ready, like it or not, this adventure is underway. So, we have two options, both of them result in battle. What's the first option? Hail the gods for help. Battle queue is the baddie points. I'm going to talk about battle queue and baddie points in a second. At the start of each round, arrows from the wall deal 1-2 damage to each baddie. Recommended for the first adventures. Or second choice, it's time to show Obendal what gearlocks are made of. With Obendal watching, you feel an extra shot of adrenaline as you prepare for unassisted battle. Here, battle queue is the baddie points, and that's it, you're not getting any assists. After this choice, if battle is lost, place this encounter back on top of your encounter. So whichever we choose, if we win the battle, we are going to get 1 progress point, 1 training point, and 1 loot for each gearlock. If we choose the second one, we are going to get another training point. I'm going to go with the second one. So we have started building the battle queue. Battle queue are the baddies you are going to face during the game. To see what baddies are you facing, you check your encounter. In this encounter, battle queue is the baddie points. What is baddie points? Baddie points is the number of day you are in times the number of gearlock. So in this case, it's day 2 and 2 gearlock, so it's going to be 4 points. So to build the battle queue, we draw baddies to equal baddie points using the highest baddie point possible. So in this case, it's 4, 5, and 20 doesn't fit. So it's going to be 4 1-point baddies. But let's say it's day 7 and you're playing with 4 gearlocks. In that case, the baddie point is going to be 28. So you put the highest possible, which means 1 20-point baddie. So 8 is left. So a 5-point baddie. Now 3 is left. 3 1-point baddies. So you always fit the highest baddie point possible. And they always go from highest to the lowest. So 20 will be on top, then 5 points, then 1 point. But as I said, in this case we are facing 4 baddie points, so it's going to be 4 1-point baddies. This one we scouted ahead, we know what's coming. The other 3, we see them as they come out. So what are we facing here? It's a Goblin Sandbagger. Its range is attacking the weakest. It's rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. It has 2 health and its initiative is 4. And it has the backup plan of Mischief 1. If it rolls 1 bone, it will have Mischief 1. So we check our reference sheet for Mischief. Here we can see Mischief number, remove number of dice, player choice from target's active slots. So this is our first baddie. It's going to go to lane 1, so we give it lane marker number 1. We give it its health. Range baddies go here, melee baddies goes in there here. So it's there. Goes to lane 1 in range position, and we put its ini die at the ini that shows here, which is 4. Next one, we have the Bog Frog. It has 4 health, its initiative is 3, it's melee, and it has poison 2, and it's attacking the strongest gearlock. So it's going to go to lane 2, we're going to give it its health, which is 4, and it's a melee baddie, so it goes here, and its initiative is going to be 3. So let's look at poison. Set or reset poison effect die and the target to the number. Target takes 2 damage equal to the effect die at the start of its turn. After applying damage, reduce the effect die by 1. Next one, we have Direwolf Pup. It comes in lane 3. It's a melee baddie, so it comes here. It starts with 3 health. It's rolling 1 attack die, no defense die. Its initiative is 3. If the initiative is the same, the lower number lane goes first. So this one goes after number 2. and it has the skill Lashback 1. Here you can see Lashback number. Anytime this unit is damaged by an adjacent opposing unit, this unit will then deal number of damage back so long as it was not defeated. And lastly, we have Clay Golem. It comes in lane 4. To start with 5 health. So we give it its lane marker. It's going to roll 1 attack die, no defense die. It's a melee baddie. Its initiative is 2. And its ability is Break. Break, any attack die used to reduce this unit's HP must be exhausted. As I said, the skill die, when you roll and use them, they get exhausted. Attack and defense die don't. But in this case, if it has Break, if you use any attack die to reduce its health, that attack die is exhausted. Alright, now I'm rolling my any dice. We have a 3 for patches and a 5 for picket. For patches, I'm equal to them. I can go before or after them. I'm choosing to go before them. And we put this round counter to round number 1. Now I need to place myself on the mat. I'm going to go here with picket. I'm going to go here with patches. With picket, I have the innate ability Shield Wall. I can roll my defense dice before the battle begins. I roll the bone. The bone you usually can put them here, but from the Shield Wall you can, so this is gone. But these two, whenever you roll a defense die, it goes to your active slot. And whenever you get attacked, you tick them down. So if someone attack me 1, I tick it down to 1. And then if I attack more, I take it out. Alright, picket is first. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, and stand ground. If I want to, I can take this out and roll it again. But as long as it's in my active slot, it counts against the number of defense die I have. So I can't roll 2 defense die, I can roll only 1 defense die since one of them is in active slot. If I want to, I can take it out and reroll it, but I'm not going to. So I need to choose a target. I can only attack this one, I'm next to it, so I'm rolling against the Bug Frog. That's a pretty nice roll. I rolled 1 damage, so it loses that health. I get 1 defense. And I can put this in my luck slot, which means from now on, at the beginning of each turn, I can heal 1. Alright, we go to the Goblin Sandbagger. It's attacking the weakest one. They both have 7 health, so I can choose which one is going to attack. I'm choosing it to attack Picket, so it's rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. It bones on both of them, which means his mischief triggers. It takes 1 of my active die out. I choose which one. I'm choosing to take out this one. Alright, we go to patches. With patches, I'm moving 1, so I have 4 dexterity. I use 1 of it to move. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, so I'm using 2 of it to roll 2 dice, and the other dexterity I'm not using. I have to choose my target. I'm choosing this Goblin Sandbagger. I did 1 damage, and I get 1 defense. We go to Bug Frog. Bug Frog is attacking the strongest and is poisoning it. Again, these two have the same amount of health. I can choose which one to get attacked. I'm choosing Picket to get attacked, which means I'm putting a poison 2 on Picket. We go to Direwolf Pup. It's next to patches, so it's going to attack patches. In the case of range, they always go after their target, whichever is the strongest or the weakest. In the case of melee one, they go after whoever is closer. If it's a tie, then go after their target, whichever is the strongest or the weakest. For example, let's say the situation was like this. And patches has more health. Which means Picket would have been the weaker, but since patches is closer, it still would have gone and attacked patches. But if the situation was like this, which means both of them are 2 away because this one can't move diagonally, since both of them are 2 away, then it wouldn't have mattered. It would have gone after the target, whoever is the weakest. But as I said, in this case, it doesn't matter because it's closest to the patches. So it's rolling 1 attack die against patches. It does 1 damage. The defense comes up from patches. We go to Clay Golem. Clay Golem moves 1. Roll 1 attack die against Picket. It does 1 damage. I take this one to 1. We go to round 2. Picket goes. So this and this both are beginning of the turn effects, which means I can use it in whichever order I want. I'm using the poison first. So because I can't heal at this point, if I use this one first, it's going to be wasted. So poison, apply 2 true damage. So I lose 2 health. And this one ticks down to 1. That's the difference between damage and true damage. Damage first goes to your shield, is blocked by your shield. If you have buff HP, I'm going to talk about buff HP later. If you have buff HP, then it's going to come up from buff HP. If you don't have any of this, then it will go to your health. But true damage always comes from your Gearlock's health. Whenever the game talks about true damage, it comes from your Gearlock's health. Okay, now I'm resolving this and get 1 health back. I'm attacking Botfrog. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I did 1 damage. And get 1 shield. Alright. Goblin Sandbagger goes. It's attacking the weakest. Now, Picket is the weakest, which means I can't choose anymore. So I have to attack Picket with the Goblin Sandbagger. It rolled bones again. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. So Mischief triggers. I take out another defense. Patches goes. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm attacking the Goblin Sandbagger again. By the way, with Patches, because of his innate, I would have gained 1 health, but he's at full health, so I can't do anything with that. So I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. So Goblin Sandbagger is defeated. His last health comes off. This land marker comes out. His innie comes out, and Goblin Sandbagger is defeated. I get 1 defense, and that's it. We go to Bugfrog's turn. Bugfrog is attacking the strongest, which now is Patches, so it's going to put poison 2 on Patches. Direwolf Pup goes. It's rolling 1 attack die against Patches. It does 2 damage. 1 of it goes through the shield. The other one comes from its health. Clay Golem goes. It's attacking Picket. 1 damage. His shield comes off. We go to round 3. By the way, you always have up to 4 baddies in the battle, which means if you have more, they stay in the battle queue at the beginning of the round. If any lane marker is free, then they come. Which means if there was something left in the battle queue at the beginning of the round, I check and see this lane marker is free, and it would have come. but now the battlefield is empty, so it doesn't. We go to Picket's turn. I lose 1 health because of poison. I gain 1 health because of here, so I get that health back. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die. I'm attacking the Buckrock. Did 1 damage. And got 2 health. Patches goes. It has poison 2 on him, so it loses 2 health. This ticks down to poison 1. His innate triggers. He gains 1 health back. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, attacking the Buckrock. I did 1 damage, so the Buckrock is also defeated. And got 1 shield. We go to Direwolf Pup. Direwolf Pup is attacking Patches with 1 attack die, 1 damage, the shield comes up. Clay Golem is attacking Picket, 1 damage, the shield comes up. We go to round 4. With Picket, I'm healing 1 because of this. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm taking this one out as well to roll it. I'm attacking the Clay Golem. I got 2 shield. And I can do 2 damage, but if I do, I have to exhaust this die, so I choose not to apply my attack. We go to Patches turn. Patches loses 1 health because of poison, gain 1 health because of his innate, so nothing there. Then I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, and I'm rolling medkit. So I do 1 damage to Direwolf Pup. I get 1 shield. Direwolf Pup got damage but was not defeated, so it lash back as 1. Take 1 of my defense out. And I get 2 health from medkit, so I heal back to 7, and this die is exhausted. Go to Direwolf Pup, it's attacking Patches with 1 attack die, 1 damage. We go to Clay Golem, attacking Picket with 1 die, 1 damage. We go to round 5. With Picket, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm taking this one out to roll. Again, I heal to full, but I'm already at full health. I'm attacking the Clay Golem. I got 2 shield and 2 bones. Patches goes, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. Got 1 damage and 2 shield. Oh, by the way, Patches would have healed 1 at the beginning of his turn because he's not full health. So I do 1 damage. It does lash back 1, ticks down my shield. Direwolf Pup goes, it's attacking Patches, 1 damage. Clay Golem goes, attacking Picket, 1 damage, this ticks down to 1. We go to Fatigue round. So from now on, we are staying Fatigue round at the beginning of each round. Oh, I should have put this here. Everybody on the battle mat loses 1 health. So Direwolf Pup loses his last health and is defeated. Patches loses 1 health, Picket loses 1 health, and Clay Golem loses 1 health. Also, this is something that was added to the game later. From now on, everybody can move diagonally. I don't think it will matter in this case, but for the future battles. Alright. Picket goes, he heals 1 because of this. I'm attacking Clay Golem, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, I'm taking this one out to reroll. I got 1 bone, 2 shield. I am not going to apply this attack die again. We go to Patches, Patches is moving 1, 2, rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. Got 1 damage, again I'm not going to apply it, and 1 bone. We go to Clay Golem, Clay Golem is attacking the strongest. Oh, by the way, Patches should have also healed 1 at the beginning of this. Alright. Clay Golem is attacking the strongest, they both have the same amount of health, I'm choosing it to attack Picket. It bones. We go to the next one. Again, everybody loses 1 health. Picket goes, it gets 1 health back. Rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm also rerolling this defense. I'm not applying this again. I got 2 bones. That's it. We go to Patches there. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm not applying the damage again, but I got 2 shield. We go to Clay Golem's turn. It's attacking the strongest. Now I'm attacking, choosing to attack. Oh, I forgot to heal Patches again. His innate let him heal 1. They both have the same amount of health. He's attacking Patches. Does 1 damage. We go to the next one. So everybody loses health. Picket goes, heals 1. Rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die. Hoping for a bone. Yes. I am not applying this damage again. Did I heal with Picket? Yeah, I did. So, I'm getting 2 shield. Now I'm using my backup plan. I have 6 bones, which means I can go to my innate +1. I flip it to the side that has a star. So from now on, as we have seen for the innate +1 for Picket, I'm allowed to put my defense die in my locked slots. The benefit of that is that I can carry out die from battle to battle. The other benefit is that it doesn't count against my defense number that I have if it's not in my active slot. And also, if something has mischief, it can take it out from my locked slot if I don't have it in my active slot. Alright, we go to Patches. Patches heals 1. This time I remembered. I'm taking this one out to reroll. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. Did 1 damage, which I'm not going to apply. And 1 defense. We go to Clay Golem. Clay Golem, I'm choosing it to attack Picket. Does 1 damage. Oh, sorry. Beginning of the next round, everybody loses 1 health. We go to Picket's turn. Picket's healing 1. Rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die. Does 1 defense. I'm not applying the damage because I want Patches to heal as well. I go to Patches turn. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm attacking the Clay Golem. Does 2 damage. Defeats the Clay Golem. Alright, the battle took longer than I thought, but oh, by the way, I could have put this in my locked slot. but it worked out well. I managed to get this. I managed to get with innate +1. I was hoping to get some more bones with patches to get one of his fortunate discovery, but that didn't happen. Alright, get these back. This comes out. Any skill that gets exhausted, I get it back. I get the round counter out, and I get the initialize back. Now we go to our reward. Our rewards are 2 training points and a loot each. So we have 1 loot for patches, 1 loot for pickers. What do we have for patches? Multi-tool during anyone's luck pick attempt, add 1 to the action result. Reflex powder, reroll any 1 die on your turn, including training, luck picking, and initiative. We also get our training points. With Picket, I'm using 1 training point for another defense die, so I have to train it. I'm rolling 2 defense die. I didn't bond, so it's successful. I have extra defense die. For my other training point, I think I'm gonna get repose. So I'm not gonna go through all the training dice anymore to show them. I'm going to show the repos though, because it's important to show how they work. Here you can see in the Professional Warden, there are 4 dice. All of them have the same sides with different frequency. For example, for the reposts, you have 3 sides that are reposts, 1 side is rush, and 2 sides of it is switch. So with switch, you can switch place with another unit, either baddie or a gearlock. If you use a second switch, you deal 3 damage. With rush, you can move up to 3 position. Again, if you use a second rush, you deal up to 3 damage. And the same thing with riposte. So when somebody attacks you, you can ignore all the damage and its effect. And if you have a second riposte in your active slot, you can deal 3 damage back. So with patches, I'm training his attacks. Here I should have only rolled 1 attack die. His attack stat is 1, so I only needed to roll 1 attack die. In the end, it didn't make a difference. It was successful anyway, but I made it harder on myself than it should have. Now back to the game. It's successful. And I'm getting fast hands. We also got another progress point, and that's it. So before the day ends, I can either heal to full, which I don't need to, both of them have full health. I can look for a better loot. I'm not happy with this one, but since I don't know anything that is coming up, I think I scout with both of them. So I'm scouting with Picket. 6, I can scout up to 20 points baddie. I don't think I need to. I'm scouting a 5-point baddie. Poison 2, Rage 2, range, and it's attacking 2 gearlock. It's a Manticore. I think I put this one back. Happy that I scouted ahead. I'm scouting ahead with patches. 1. The Goblin Rioter, 1 attack die. It has a Mischief 1, which I don't like, but I think is fine. I'm keeping it. Alright, we go to day 3. Crossing the Seabourn. The Seabourn River, a glistening vein of trade running the length of Daylor, playfully beckons as it shimmers in the daylight up ahead. But with so few bridges in this part, this crossing is an obvious spot for enemy scouts and traps. A journey of this importance leaves only 2 options. Tucking ears and trying to blend in is risky but efficient. A boat at dusk carries less chance of discovery, but requires business with Malva, a trading syndicate with their own set of drawbacks. So, what are options? None of them leads to battle. The first one gives us 1 progress point and 1 training point. Both of them gives us 1 progress point. The second choice is going to give each gear-like one throw flute. So what's the first one? Tuck your ears and walk like a commoner. Roll a d6 for each gear-like in your party. On any 1 or 2 your party is spotted, find the first tyrant encounter in your deck and place it on top. Shuffle the remaining cards and keep them underneath. Encounter success is achieved no matter the outcome. All hire the Malnor. Malnor are so surprisingly easy to work with. Not only do they drop us safely on the east bank of the river under the cover of darkness, they also offer a trove loot gift. Maybe our success is good for business. Shuffle a special encounter, Malnor Trader, into your encounter. I usually go with the first one because I like the training point more, but I want to show how trove loot works, so I'm going to go with the second one, which means we each get one trove loot. We get one progress point, and we shuffle Malnor Traders into the encounter deck. So, Malnor Trader is one of these special ones. And that's it. So, now I have trove loot, I can try to open them. I'm going to try with patches first. Now let me talk about opening trove loot. So here you have these luck picking die. 3 of them are action die, which may give you level, trip, or force. And this die is the intuition die. So whenever you attempt, you roll all these die with intuition die and try to overcome the lucks here. For example, at the beginning, I'm going to need 2 level. Whatever die that you use gets exhausted, then you keep rolling until you are out of dice or you can't open it lucky. These dice are clear, they give you either trip, level, or force, which you're going to need to use here. Let's look at the intuition die. So here you can see the intuition die. 2 side of it is reroll 1 action die and also the intuition die. You have convert with the luck type, level, trip, and force of 1 action die as the luck type of your choice. And you have save +1, give an action die +1, and do not exhaust it if it uses for this luck. So as I said, you usually exhaust the die when you use it, but if you use it with this side, the die doesn't get exhausted. So I'm rolling with patches, I'm going after 2 level. I got 3 levels, so I'm exhausting this die, and the first luck is open. You put them, you can see these here, whenever the first luck is open, you put it next to it to show that the first luck is open. And the luck that are open stays open for the rest of the journey. So next time you try from the next one. So I need 3 trips. I got force and level and +1, so that's a failed attempt, and that's it. I can't make any attempt anymore. Now I'm making a luck picking attempt with Picket. I can make it on my own trove loot or on Patches trove loot. I guess I go after Patches trove loot to open it and try for myself later. So I need 3 trips. I got exactly 3 trips. And I'm going to need 3 forces. I got 2 level that I can convert. Can I add this to someone else's? During anyone's luck pick attempt, I can add 1. So I have this convert. I'm treating this 2 level as 2 force, and I'm using this multi-tool. I can use it up to 3 times. I'm using it once to add 1 more to the force, which is going to give me 3 force. And we open the trove. It's a backup plan extension for 1 bond. Roll 1 additional available die that was not rolled this turn. Does not cost X. So if you have a die that you didn't roll because you didn't have enough dexterity, you can roll it by using your backup plan for 1. Alright, we go to our individual option. I'm scouting ahead with Picket. 4. I can look at the 5-point baddie. It's the same one that I put back. There are 2 of them. I think I keep this one on top. He's not great, but he's not awful at. I'm scouting with patches. 5 again. I can look at the 5-point baddie. Break closely when it's rolling 3 attack die is the stone golem. I think I put him at the back. Alright, we go to day 4. So we reveal the top one here. Mod never killed no one, did it? I'm claustrophobic and you all hate to get dirty. Isn't this a fine mess? Sure, the hill on the road to the northeast is much faster, but look how narrow it is. We are bound to make the opposite and be sandwiched. I'd much rather mic up my trouser and hit the inevitable mud pass to the west. I mean, look how open the road becomes. Plus, a lot of you could use a free facial to improve those ruddy complexion of yours. So, what are we doing there? Time's wasting. So we have 2 options. Single file it is. Who's our land leader? Battle queue is the baddie point. Battle is restricted to lane 1 for both sides. Units entering the battle mat will always take the melee position first is open, then range. As units are defeated, remaining units will immediately move to the melee position if open. No movement is allowed. Or we get the second one, let's exfoliate. Okay, so maybe I forgot that the gear lock are a tad smaller than most even, a minor oversight. Battle queue is baddie points. Each gear lock has -1 dexterity in battle. Furthermore, before you move, you must roll a d6. On 1 to 3, you are stuck and cannot move this one. So whichever we take, if we win, we get 1 progress point, 1 training point, and 1 loot for each gear lock. The first one, we get 1 extra progress point. The second one, we get 1 extra training point. I think I like the second one better. Alright, we go to battle. Battle queue is baddie point. We are in day 4, 2 gear lock, so it's going to be 8. So 1 5-point baddie, 3 1-point baddies. The first 2 we already know what they are. We have the Griffin Howler. It comes in lane 1. It has 5 health. Its initiative is 5. It has dive, flight, and signal 1. So signal for that many rounds. You add a lesser point baddie at the beginning of its turn. So it's a 5-point baddie. At the beginning of its turn, you add a 1-point baddie at the bottom of the battle queue for that many turns. So it's only signal 1, so it's going to be only 1 turn. Flight, every time it finishes its turn, it gains the flight die. As long as it has the flight die, you can't target it anymore. Next turn it takes its turn, it loses the flight die. So you can attack it every other turn. And dive, if it starts its turn with flight on it, it dives next to the weakest target and attack that. We have the Goblin Rider. It comes in with 3 health. It's in lane 2. Its initiative is 4. It's rolling 1 attack die and it has Mischief that we've seen before. Oh, so many fights. We have the Griffin Yearling. It comes in with 2 health. Its initiative is 5. It's attacking the weakest. It's a melee gear lock, and it has flight as well. And we have the Clay Golem, which we've seen before. It's also a melee baddie. It comes in with 5 health, rolling 1 attack die, attacking the strongest. And its initiative is 2. So I'm rolling my ini dice. I really need a good roll here. 5 and a 3, not bad. So with Picket, I'm going here. With patches, I'm going here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. With Picket, I'm rolling my defense like before battle because of the shield wall. 3 defense. Alright. I think that's it for the beginning of the battle. So, we go to Picket's turn. By the way, my dexterity is -1 because of the effect of the battle. Let me put a reminder for myself so that I don't forget. So I can not roll all of my dice. So I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I have enough dexterity to roll this one as well. Let me roll my other defense die. I'm looking for bond, maybe it will work out. So I'm rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die, my dexterity is 3. And only one of my defense die is in active slot. The rest of them are in locked slot, so I can't. Alright. It's not great, but it still works. But I may get knocked out. Let me see what I'm doing. So, I got 2 bones, I have 4 shield. Oh, if I had 1 more shield, it would have been amazing. Anyway, I'm using my backup plan. I'm doing a shield bash, which means I remove all of these defense and do as much damage to my targets. So I'm going to do 4 damage to this one. Alright. Griffin Howler goes, it signals 1, it's rolling 3 attack dice against Picket. Does 2 damage. And it gains flight. Griffin Yearling goes, it's rolling 2 attack die against Picket. 2 damage. And also gains flight. The Goblin Rider goes, it attacking Patches, and with Mischief it takes an active die out. Patches doesn't have an active die, it does 2 damage. Patches goes, at the beginning of its turn, it heals 1. I'm rolling 1 attack die. Thinking if I need to heal Picket, I think I do. Although Picket is going first, I can roll a ton of defense die, but if I roll badly, it's going to get knocked out easily. Yeah, let me try to heal Picket as well. So my dexterity is 4 -1. I'm rolling these 3. Oh, wait though. If I heal Picket, Picket is going to be the strongest. Then the Griffin Howler is going to dive next to Patches. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Although he does have enough health that he's going to get attacked by this one. I think Picket can survive, so let me just lock in the fast hand. To use it next turn, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, and fast hand I'm attacking the Goblin Rider. So my fast hand is ×2 when I want to use it. I have 2 shield, and I do 1 damage to the Goblin Rider. Alright. The Clay Golem goes, attacks Patches, does 2 damage, take this out. We go to round 2. With Picket, I'm rolling 2 defense die and I'm rolling repose. I can't target any of them, so I'm just going to try to defend here. So I got 2 shield and the riposte. We go to Griffin Howler's turn. It loses flight. It dives next to the weakest target. It's already next to the weakest target, so it doesn't move. It's rolling 3 attack die. Does 3 damage. I'm taking riposte out to ignore it. The Griffin Yearling goes. It loses flight. It's attacking Piquet. 2 damage. Goblin Writer goes. It's going to take my active die out. I don't have an active die, and it does 1 damage. Alright. Oh, by the way, Piquet should have healed at the beginning of its turn. I forgot about that. Alright. Now Patches heals at the beginning of his turn. I'm rolling 2 attack die, and I don't think I need the medkit anymore. Let me hold on to medkit. I'm rolling 2 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm attacking the Goblin Rider. 2 damage, that's enough to defeat him. And 1 defense. The Clay Golem goes, attacking Patches. It does 2 damage. It does 2 damage every time. Alright, we go to round 3. Beginning of the round, we have someone in battle queue. There is 1 line empty. By the way, this should have come off. So what do we have? We have the Goblin Bomber. It's attacking 2 of the weakest Gearlock. There are only 2 Gearlock anyway, so it's attacking both of us. It has Mischief that we've seen before, and it has the backup plan of Careless. So if it rolls a bone, Careless trigger, Careless does 1-2 damage to himself. Its initiative is 5, but whenever 1 or 5 point baddie enters the battle during the battle, so in the middle, they always go at the bottom. And for 20 point baddies and the Tyrant, they always enter at the top. Alright. It's Piquet's turn. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm attacking the Griffin Howler. Do 1 damage. So this one's defeated. And I get 2 shields. This one's out. Griffin Yearling goes. Does 2 damage. Patches goes. I don't want to stay here. Oh, by the way, at the beginning of Piquet's turn, I should have healed 1. At the beginning of Patches' turn, I healed 1. I think it makes more sense to go attack this one. So I have to roll a d6 at 1 or 2. I'm stuck. I can't move. Sorry, at 1, 2, 3. I rolled a 4, so I can move. I'm rolling 1 of my dexterity to move here. My dexterity is -1, so I only have 3 dexterity. I used 1 of it to move. The other 2, I'm rolling 2 attack die against the Goblin Bomber. Ooh. Okay. So I did 4 damage. It defeats the Goblin Bomber. Oh. When the Griffin Yearling attack, I should have given it flat. Sorry about that. Oops. I'm supposed to look at that. The Clay Golem goes, it moves 1. It's attacking the strongest Gearlock, it's attacking Patches. Come on. It does 2 damage. Alright. We go to round 4. Piquet goes, I'm rolling 3 defense die. Oh, I also should have healed one because of this at the beginning of it. The Griffin Yearling goes, it loses flight, rolling 2 attack die against Picket, does 3 damage. Patches goes, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, and medkit. I also heal 1 at the beginning of Patches' turn. I'm attacking the Clay Golem. I did 2 damage. I am going to apply the damage, which means that my attack die is going to get exhausted. From now on, I only have 1 attack die left. I get 1 bone. I can heal 2 times 2. That's why I lock this one. So these are exhausted as well. I can heal 4, but my max health is 7. I can only heal up to 7. I'm already at 5, so I go to 7. Clay Golem goes, it's probably going to roll 2 again. It's attacking the strongest, so Patches. Oh, this time it won't. Alright, we go to round 5. Picket goes, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die. I'm attacking the Griffin Yearling. Do 1 damage. And get 2 defense. I also should have healed 1 at the beginning. Griffin Yearling goes, it's attacking me with 2 attack die, 2 damage. Gains flight. Patches goes, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I'm attacking the Clay Golem. Got 1 defense. I'm not applying the attack, so it's not exhausted. The Clay Golem goes, it's attacking the strongest. I can choose it to attack wherever I want. I'm having it attack Patches. 1 damage. Alright, we go to Fatigue round. This guy loses a health, is exhausted, even though it has flight, it's not being targeted. It simply loses health because of fatigue. Picket loses health, Clay Golem loses health, Patches loses health. This comes off. Beginning of his turn, Picket heals 1. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die, attacking the Clay Golem. Got 1 bone. If I apply the damage, the battle is over. Patches doesn't get to heal, so I'm not applying the damage. I'm just getting this defense. Going to Patches' turn. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, so 1 damage, and get 1 defense. Oh, beginning of Patches' turn, it would have healed 1. Clay Golem goes, it's attacking. Oh. Why did they take health from? Sorry, I wouldn't have applied the attack. I don't know why I took health from Clay Golem. It's attacking the strongest. I choose it to attack Picket. 1 damage. Beginning of the fatigue round, everybody. Why do I keep taking health from the Clay Golem? I don't know what I did. Clay Golem should lose the health now. Patches loses the health. Alright. Picket goes, I'm rolling 3 defense die. Alright. It's perfect. I can do a shield bash, I'm not going to, because I can't carry this to next battle. Patches goes, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die. I also heal 1 with Picket. I heal 1 with Patches at the beginning of the turn. Does damage, defeat the Clay Golem. this attack they exhausted, but the battle is over, it doesn't matter. Alright. So these dice come out. The luck die, I don't have to take them out, I can keep them. Get this back, get these back. The reminder out. Alright, we get our reward. We get 1 progress point. We get a loot each. So for, oh, that's a really nice one. For patches, we have the reinforced buckler. Add 1 defense die to your roll each turn. This is not restricted by defense stat and does not cost dex. It says heavy. You're allowed to have up to 4 loot. When it says heavy, it counts as 3. So if I want to keep it, I have to discard one of my other loots. I think I lost this one. With Picket, we have utility pack on your turn and exhaust any 1 die. May also include fellow Gearlock, so I can unexhaust die of my own or from patches. We also get 2 training points. With Picket, I'm getting another dexterity, and I'm getting situational awareness. With patches, I'm definitely getting Bone Sword. It's a better version of an attack die. Thinking if I want another dexterity or if I get the stem kit. Was going to go get a defense, but with reinforced buckler, I don't need to get defense right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get the stem kit. Alright. I got our training points, we got our loot, I think that's all I got. I also got the progress point. So, recovery phase, I can make a lockpicking attempt. I'm making lockpicking attempt with patches on distro loot, so I'm going to need 3 level. I got 3 level. Oh, and I can save this. Because of this die, I'm using this. It's going to give me 4 level and I'm saving this. I'm going to need 6 trip. I got 3 trip and I can reroll. Oh, perfect. That's 3 force and I can convert it to trip, so that's 6 trip. And that's all of my die, so that's done with patches. Now I'm doing a lockpicking attempt with Picket. I'm going to need 3 force. I got 1 force. I can convert this to 2 force, that's 3 force. By the way, your first lockpicking attempt, you can reroll all of them if you want to. Once you start using them, then you have to go through it, but your first lockpicking attempt, you can reroll it. I didn't need to, I already got the 3 force. What do we have? A small spotting scope permanent outside of the battle. Reveal a 1-point baddie, 5-point baddie, or 20-point baddie in an active attack. You may immediately move this baddie to the bottom. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's an extra scout that you can do. So, as my recovery option, I'm going to scout ahead with both of them. I'm scouting at patches. 4, I'm looking at a 5-point baddie. Mischief to signal 1. I don't like the mischief, but his melee is fine. I'm keeping it. I'm scouting with Picket. 5. I'm gonna do another 5-point baddie. Signal 3 can also be a lot, but he's not that bad. I'm also going to do a scout using my small spotting scope. That doesn't count as my normal scout, it's extra. I'm revealing from any stack I want. I'm revealing a 5-point baddie. It's another Goblin Sapper. I don't see them coming together, so I'm gonna keep it. Alright, we go to day 5. Like pigs to the slaughter. All day it felt like you'd been called down a specific path. From impassable roadblock to strange suggestions offered by traveling merchants, there is no way it's all a coincidence. If anything else were to come, and there it is, another oddity. Since when have road signs been posted in uncharted forests? This one is hastily and crudely made, with the paint still fresh. It reads, left for fun, right for bad things. So, what are our options? Both of them will lead to battle. Fun, of course. Baddie Q is baddie point. During setup and battle for every baddie with 5 or more HP that enters the battle mat, immediately add a 1-point baddie to the bottom of the baddie queue. That's not great. I already know that 2 5-point baddie will enter the battle. I was scouted them ahead. What's the next one? Let's call the bluff. It turns out bad things is actually unguarded trove chest with a complex luck. You will have one chance before your strikers realize the road you chose. Draw the top trove loot, select one gearlock to perform a luck picking attempt. If successful, that gearlock gains and unlock that trove loot card immediately. If not, discard. Does not affect the encounter success. Baddie Q is the baddie point. So if I get the first one, I may get a trove loot out of it, and I get 1 progress point, 1 training point, 1 loot. If I get the first one, there will be no trove loot, but I will get 2 extra training points. The problem is I know the baddies that are entering the battle mat will have 5 or more health. I guess I still do it. 3 training points is pretty nice. So I'm choosing the first one. So we are in day 5 with 2 gearlocks, so 10 baddie points. So we will have these 2 that we already scouted. And because of the encounter, every time a baddie with 5 health or more enters the battle mat, we add a 1-point baddie. So this one is the Goblin Sapper. It has 5 points. So we add it has 5 health, so we add a 1-point baddie at the bottom here. So it's rolling 3 attack die, its initiative is 4, and it has mischief 2 and signal 1, so it's going to take 2 active die out. We have Goblin Alarmist. It also has 5 health or more, so we add another one here. It has 6 health. It has signal 3, so for 3 rounds it's going to add 1-point baddie to the bottom of the baddie queue. And it has 1 attack die, 2 defense die. Its initiative is 6. And it's range, as I put it there. We have the Bug Frog. It has poison, which is awful. At least it doesn't have more than 5 health. Goes here. Its initiative is 3. And we have a Goblin Bomber. Comes in lane 3. Its initiative is 5. And it has Mischief, and its backup plan is Chaos. Alright, I'm rolling my ini dice. 4 and a 3. It's not great, it's not bad either. I think with Picket I'm going here. With Patches, I can go here, deal with this one first, and then move to the other ones. but it's going to be a lot of movement if I do it this way. I think it still makes more sense. They are only rolling one attack die, they're not a big deal. Alright, with Picket I'm doing the shield wall. 2 shield, and I can't use my bone here. By the way, I forgot to explain this. You can see it has a health sign with a certain number. When you roll it, it gives you that much buff HP. Whenever you get a buff HP, it goes to your prep area. When you're about to lose a health, it goes first from your shield, and then goes from buff HP. If you have no left, then it goes from your health. Unless it's true damage. It also has a bone and a side that does damage back to you. Alright. The Goblin Alarmist goes, it signals 1. Attacking 1 attack die, 2 defense die, attacking the weakest. They are both the same health, I'm choosing it to attack with it. 1 damage. Get 1 shield and bones on it. This guy goes Mischief 1. It's attacking 2 of us. I'm attacking Picket first, so Mischief 1 take this guy out. It's attacking Picket 1. It does 2 damage. It's attacking Patches. It bones Careless Trigger. It does a damage to itself. Patches goes. I'm rolling 1 attack die. I'm rolling 2 attack die. I'm rolling Bonesaw. I'm rolling 1 defense die, and I can roll extra defense die that doesn't cost dex from here. I'm attacking the Bugfrog. So I did 5 damage. It only has 4 health, so this one is defeated. And I got 3 shields. And this die is exhausted. The Goblin Sapper goes, it signals 1. It has Mischief, I don't have any active die left. It's rolling 3 attack die. It does 2 damage. And that's it. Picket goes, I'm rolling Repose and Situational Awareness. And 3 defense die. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Not the greatest I roll. I can immediately use Switch, which I think makes sense. So I'm using my switch to switch position with this one. I'm using the second one again and deals 3 damage. I can use my backup plan to do another damage. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm also using this utility pack, so to get one of the skill die back, I'm getting this skill die from Patches pack. So, beginning of the round, the lane is empty. This one comes in, it's the Griffin Yearling. It comes with 2 health, 2 attack, it has flight. Oh, by the way, this should have come off. And its initiative is 5, but since it's a 1-point baddie and it's coming in the middle, it goes to the bottom. Alright, we go to Goblin Alarmist. So Goblin Alarmist signals. it's rolling one attack die, one defense die. It has two defense stats, but one of them is on him. So it doesn't roll that one, it's rolling only one attack die, one defense die. Does one damage. Oh, I would have had it attack Patches. So I would take this one down, and it gets 2 shield. I should have announced the target before, but there was no sense to let it attack Picket. The Goblin Bomber goes, I'm attacking Picket first. It has Mischief, I don't have any active die. 1 damage. Attacks Patches. 1 damage. Oh, before it attacks Patches, takes 1 active die out. Now it does 1 damage. Patches goes, I'm rolling 2 attack die, I'm rolling a stem kit. I'm rolling 1 defense die from here, I have 1 more dexterity. I don't want to use Bonesaw for that. I'm still going to roll Bonesaw because I'm not sure if I get the 2 damage that I need on this one. If I don't get it, I just don't use it. If I don't use it, it doesn't get exhausted. So I'm still going to, although if I'm not using the bones. I think I just roll 1 more defense. So I'm rolling these dice. Does 2 damage. I get 3 shield. Oh, I made a mistake. So if I want to use it, I have to put it in Picket's active slot, but then this one is attacking it. I don't have any other thing active here. It's going to take it out. So I'm not going to use it. I'm putting it back. I just realized I made a mistake. I shouldn't have rolled this one this time. Anyway, the Goblin Sapper goes. It's attacking Picket. Does 3 damage. Picket at the beginning of his turn heals 1. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die. Actually 3 defense die, I have the dex one. Fine. I'm doing 1 damage. It is kind of an overkill, but I think it makes sense. I'm doing the shield bash, so I'm removing these and these. So if I use 2 bones for shield bash, I had 3 shield here. I'm going to do 3 damage. It only needed 2 damage. Alright, we go to round 3. This one comes in, it's the Direwolf pop. Has 3 health, it's rolling 1 attack die, and it has Lashback 1. And we have the Buckpop. It has 3 health. And it has poison 1. None of them have 5 health or more, so we don't have to add anything to that. Alright, this one goes, it's let me clean up here first. It signals again, so it signals 3, so for 3 rounds it's going to signal, so this is the last time it's going to signal. Since I'm out of baddies, I have to shuffle the 1-point baddies from this card pile and get them back. Alright, the Goblin Alarmist signals, attacks the weakest, so it's attacking Picket, 1 damage. The Goblin Bomber goes, it's attacking both of them, so it's attacking Patches, 1 damage. Oh, it also takes 1 active die out, then it does 1 damage. Attacking Picket, 1 damage. Patches goes, I'm rolling Fast Hand, Bone Saw, 1 attack die, and I can roll 1 defense die from here. The beginning of his turn it would have healed 1, I think Patches is at full health. Yeah, so it wouldn't have. So I'm attacking this one. Oops. It was a 2, what are we rolling it? It becomes 1, doesn't matter. So I have 3 times 3, which means 9. I can heal Picket 9, but I can only heal it to full, so it's going to go to full. I have 1 bone, and I do 3 damage, which means it's defeated. It's not going to lash back. So this is exhausted. And this comes off. Picket goes. With Picket I'm moving 1. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die. I got 3 shields. I can roll 1 of those bone, that bone with the reflex powder. I think I will. So I'm using it once, I can use it twice. So I'm using it once. Yeah. And I do 1 damage. Act Bark Ball goes, its range. In attacking both of us, it put poison 1 on both of us. Beginning of the round, this one comes in. Oh, this goes to round 4. It's another Direwolf pop. With 3 hits. The Goblin Alarmist goes. It's attacking the weakest. They both have equal health. I'll have it attack Patches. It bones. And it's round 4. It doesn't signal anymore. Goblin Bomber goes. It's attacking Patches with Mischief. Takes 1 active die out. Does 1 damage. Attacks Picket. 1 damage. Patches goes, I'm rolling 2 attack die, 2 defense die. 1 of the defense die is found here. Guess I roll a stem kit as well. So I did 3 damage. This one's defeated. Get 2 shields. And oh, by the way, at the beginning of my turn, I would have lost health because of poison. I would have gained health because of my innate, so it wouldn't have mattered. And I can put this in my active slot or Picket's active slot. I'm putting it in my active slot. It's going to give me 4 HP. 4 buff HP. Picket goes, by the way, this comes up. Picket again. Lose 1 health because of poison, gain 1 health because of here. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 3 defense die. Attacking the Bark Ball. Got 1 damage. One bone and 3 shield. Bite Ball goes poison 1, we go to round 5. Goblin Alarmist attacking the strong, attacking the weakest. I think Patches is the weakest, yeah. It bones. Goblin Bomber goes, it takes 1 active die out. It's my choice, so I'm taking this one out. If I take this one, I lose all the buff HP. It bones, Careless Trigger, it does 1 damage to itself. It attacks Picket, it takes 1 active die out. It does 1 damage. Patches goes, it loses 1 health because of poison, it gains 1 health because of its innate. I'm going to move 1, 2. I have 1 defense die to roll from here. I'm gonna roll 1 defense die and 1 attack die. So I had 4 dexterity, I used 2 of it to move. I have 2 more die to, I can roll up to 2 more die, and I have plus 1 defense die to roll because of the reinforced bucket. So I'm attacking the bucket ball. One note here I already had a defense die in my active slot, so this would have counted against the number of defense die I could have rolled. So if I wanted to roll 2 defense die, I should have taken that out. That was a mistake on my part. Either I should have taken it out, or I should have rolled 1 fewer defense die. I got 2 shield, I got a bone, and I do 1 damage. The butt ball is defeated. Picket goes beginning of my turn. Because of poison I lose health, because of this I gain health. I would have chosen to use poison first so that I can heal. I'm moving 1, 2, so I have 3 dex left. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die, attacking the bomber. It's 2, 1 I did 2 damage, so this one's defeated. Alright, we go to fatigue. Everybody suffers 1-2 damage. Goblin Alarmist goes, attacking the weakest, so Patches, 1 damage. Patches goes, it moves 1, I'm rolling 2 attack die, 2 defense die, 1 of the defense die is from here. I do 1 damage. Actually, let me do the 1 damage. I got 2 bones and 1 shield. I'm using my backup plan. I'm giving up 4 bones for a fortunate discovery. So I can use one of these consumables. I think I'm gonna get the Liquid Life. Liquid Life, you can roll it either before or after the Gearlock is KO'd and put it in their active slot. If they get KO'd, they immediately get resurrected, so you ignore the KO and put them back to the health that's shown here. And if they are already KO'd, you put them in their lucky slot, and at the beginning of the next round they come. With Picket, I'm moving 1, rolling 1 attack die, 3 defense die. Oh, great. I can't roll 3 defense. I'm taking all of them out to be. I didn't have to take this one, and I'm taking it out anyway. I'm attacking the Goblin Alarmist. So I got a bone. I can do a shield bash, but I'm not going to. I want to keep this for the next battle. I think it makes more sense. Did I do any damage? No, I don't think I did. Oh, by the way, at the beginning of their turn, both Picket and Patches would have healed. Alright, we go to next round. Again, everybody loses 1 health. Goblin Alarmist attacking the weakest, so Patches does 1 damage. Patches goes, I'm rolling 1 attack by 2 defense die, I'm attacking the Goblin Alarmist. Also, he heals 1 at the beginning of his turn. I did 3 damage. Oh, I couldn't roll 2 defense die. I should have taken this one up. Sorry about that. I already have 1 active die. So I got 1 bone, I did 3 damage, and I got 2 shield. I may have made a mistake last turn as well. I'm not sure. Alright, we go to Picket's turn. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 defense die, attacking the Alarmist. So 1 damage, 1 shield. Oh, also at the beginning of Picket's turn, I would have hit. We go to Fatigue again, everybody loses a health. Goblin Alarmist goes, rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die, attacking the weakest, so Patches does 1 damage. And it gets 2 shield. Patches goes, rolling 2 attack die, 2 defense die, I'm taking this one out to reroll. Did 1 damage. Oh, I also would have healed 1 at the beginning of his turn. And 3. Picket goes, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 1 damage. Also, Picket would have healed at the beginning of the round. Everybody loses health. This one is defeated. Alright, that's the end of that battle. These will all come off. My lock die stay locked. Alright, we get our reward. So Patches gets a loot, Picket gets a loot. Troll Brew, outside of battle, permanently increase your health stat die by 1 at the start of next battle, reduce your current HP by 3. Could be good for Patches. I can just use it and then heal. But if I want to keep it, I have to discard this one. I've never used it actually, I might as well discard it. Yeah. With Picket, with the radar armor, it's also heavy. So one's roll on your defense die may be upgraded to 2. Bones rolled on your defense die may be upgraded to, maybe converted to 1 defense. It's also heavy, which means I have to discard the loot if I want to keep it. I think I will. It's such a cheat code with Picket. Yeah, I'm discarding this one to pick this one. Alright, I have 3 training points to spend. I think with Patches I'm getting 1 dexterity. I'm getting Chem Kit. So Chem Kit, you reroll it, you increase your stat, your attack stat, but that many for the entire battle. And I think I get the Stumble as well. With Picket, I want to complete this, so I'm getting both of these. And I think I get another dexterity. So I go to 4. But if I want to use the Troll Brew, I also have to choose a recovery. I'm healing to full with both of them. Although Picket is already at 6, I don't know if it makes sense to heal with him or just... I think I heal with him. Alright. With patches I can use the Troll Bull. I'm going to use the Troll Bull with patches. So I increase my health by 1, and at the beginning of the next battle I reduce my health by 3, so I enter the next battle with 3 less health, so I start the next battle with only 5 health. But I think it's worth it. Okay. We go, I think that's it. We go to day 6. Oh no, I have this small scope. I can do 1 free scouting. We have Owlbear. It has Inspire 1 and Terrify. Don't like either of them, but there are so many things worse here. I don't know if it makes sense to put it back. I think I keep it. Okay. Oh, I also get 1 progress point. Forgot about that. We go to day 6. The dreaded bug. Whoever satisfied would be a short card is smart in keeping quiet. It's been all day and half the night drudging to muck up to our throat, and party morale is fading fast. I'm halfway through convincing myself to speak up when a sudden croak from up ahead interrupts the thoughts. We avoided similar noises on the way in, but now it looks like we have no choice but to face whatever creature calls this bug home. It's either that or pass out from bucket stench while looking for another exit from this accursed place. So again, both shows are a battle. So the first one, death to bug creatures. Baddie Q is the baddie points, party of 1 or 2. At 3 baddie points, party of 3 or 4. At 6 baddie points, create baddie Q using as many bug type baddies as possible from active, defeated, or inactive states. Or the next one, the stench is glowing on me. No, literally on me. Baddie Q is baddie point. Each Gearlock must pass a health check for staying in the bug. Any Gearlock that fails the check must start battle with poison to affect them. So health check, roll a d6. If current health is greater than d6 result, you pass. If not, you fail the check. Does not affect the encounter sizes. So the first one is harder. It's going to give us 1 extra progress point, but I don't need the extra progress point. I already have 5 and I only need 1 more. And with Picket, I already have 7. There is no way I don't pass the health check. And with patches, it's a really low probability that I won't pass it. So I think I'm getting the second one. So before anything, there's no point doing a health check with Picket. So I'm doing a health check with patches. If I roll, is it his current health or is it his current health? It's not the health stat. So I'm rolling for patches. It's a 1, his health is 5, so I pass the health check. So we are in day 6, which means there's going to be 12 baddie points. So 2 5-point baddies and 2 1-point baddies. Oh, do I have to make it as many bugs as possible here as well? No, it was only for the first choice. So this one, I only take whatever is. So we have the Goblin Sapper that we've seen before with 5 health. Initiative 4. We have the Owlbear. Gonna talk about his skill in a second. Goes to lane 2. Its initiative is also 4. It starts with 6 health. It has Inspire 1 and it has Terrify. Terrify, after this unit's attack, you put a Terrify effect on on whoever attacks it. So, for example, if I'm here, I attack it. If I attack it, I get a Terrify effect on me. Until the end of my next turn, I can't attack any other unit with the Terrify skill. And it's Inspire 1. The next baddie in the enemy meter immediately takes it 10 and roll that many more dice. So it's Inspire 1, so roll 1 more attack die. We have the Bug Flag again. So it has Poison 2. It's coming with 4 health. And this initiative is 3. And we have the Goblin Sandbagger. So it has 2 health. It's a range baddie. It's rolling 1 attack die and it has Mischief. Its initiative is 4. I'm rolling my any dice. It's a 5 and a 3. I'm thinking if I go after the Goblin Sapper with Picket or I go after this one. I think I want to put Picket on the way to both of them. So with Picket I'm going here, with Patches I'm going here. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. So with Picket I'm doing my shield wall. Get a 2 and a 1. And I can't use the bone with shield. Alright, Picket is first. I'm rolling 1 defense die, another defense die from here. I'm rolling these 2, I'm rolling 1 attack die. And I'm rolling another defense, another of these. So I'm attacking the Owlbear. If I keep the repost, this one is going to take out all of them. Gonna go to waste, so I'm not keeping any of these reposts. I was hoping for a rush or a switch, but it is. Alright, I can make these bones 1 from the radar armor, I don't want to. Instead, I'm doing a shield bash, I'm taking all of these out to do 6 damage to this one. Also have 1 extra damage, I didn't need it. So Owlbear is out. The Goblin Sapper moves here, it signals 1. Goes 3 attack die, it has Mischief, I don't have any active die. Does 2 damage. The Goblin Sandbagger it's attacking the weakest. I think they both have 5 at this point, yeah. I think I'm gonna have it attack Patches. So it does 1 damage. It has a bone, which means Mischief trigger, but Patches doesn't have any active die. Patches moves 1. I have 1 extra attack die from here. 1 extra defense die. I'm rolling 2 attack die. So I use one of my dexterity to move. I have 4 dexterity left, and this doesn't count. So I'm rolling these 2. And I'm rolling Stem Kit. I have 1 more dex. I think I roll a defense die. It's an insane roll, but I didn't need it. But anyway. So, this one's defeated. I get 1 shield. I get 4 buff HP. Thinking of giving the buff HP to Picket instead. Yeah, I think I will. So Picket gets 4 buff HP. And that's it. The bug flag moves 1, 2. It's attacked the strongest, so it was poison 2 on Picket. We go to round 2. This one comes in. Lane 2. So it's a melee at lane 2. It's occupied, so it goes to the next lane, it goes to lane 3. If all of the melee position would have been occupied, it will simply go to the range position 2. But Picket lose 2 health, this goes to poison 1. Then it gain 1 health because of constant regeneration. I'm rolling 1 attack die, 3 defense die. I have 2 more to roll. I'm rolling switch and situational awareness. Oh, by the way, I'm attacking this one. I should have announced that before because I have to die. That's a bone. I can make this a 2 from here. I'm keeping this here because this one has mischief. I don't want it to take this one out. I wanted to take these out. And I'm not using either of these. Alright. Oh, by the way, this should have come out. The Goblin Sapper goes. It has mischief 2, so it takes out these 2, attacking me with 3 attack die, 3 damage. It comes from my buff HP. Patches goes. I'm rolling. Oh, this Bonsa. I'm rolling 1 attack die. I'm rolling Bonsa. I'm rolling another attack die. I'm rolling 1 defense die from here. Guess I roll another defense die. No, let me heal Picket. No, I'm rolling another defense die. So I'm attacking this one. 4 damage. This one's defeated. Got 1 oh. I would have taken this out. I just realized I had 1 shield active. So, and this is exhausted. Clay Golem moves 1, 2, attacks the strongest. I'm going to have it attack Patches. 1 damage, this comes off. We go to round 3. Picket goes, I'm rolling 1 attack die. I'm rolling 2 defense die, and I'm rolling these 3. hoping for a switch. I'm attacking the Goblin Sapper. Rush will do it too. So I'm doing 1 damage. I'm not using the switch. I'm using Rush. Oh, by the way, beginning of my turn, I would have gained health, I would have lost health. And this one, I could have made it 2 from Raider Armor. Now, I use Rush to move up to 3 spaces. Then I will move Rush again to move up to 3 spaces and do 3 damage to adjacent threat. The Goblin Sapper goes, it's attacking me with 2 attack die, it takes out 2 of my active dice. So this buff HP is gone. 2 damage. Patches goes, I'm rolling 2 attack die, 2 defense die. I'm rolling fast hand and medkit, so one of these defense die is from here. I can roll it. I'm attacking the Clay God. Oh, beginning of my turn, I should have healed 1. So I'm healing 2 times 2, so 4. I'm healing Picket 4. I think I can only heal him 3. Yeah. I got 1 bone and 2 defense. I'm not applying this damage. I'm using my needle jab. So my backup plan, oh, you know what, I'm not doing that either. Maybe I can get to another fortunate discovery, I think that's fine. Alright, Clay Golem goes, it's attacking the strongest, so Picket does 1 damage. We go to round 4. With Picket, I'm rolling 1 attack die, 3 defense die. I'm attacking the Goblin Sapper. It's defeated. I can make this one a 2 from Raider Armor. I can make this one a 2 from Raider Armor. I can make this one a 2 from Raider Armor. I'm taking this one out to put this here. This one's defeated. Patches goes, I'm rolling 2 attack die, 2 defense die, and I'm rolling both of these. I don't really need this anymore. Let me not roll. I'm attacking the Clay Golem. No bones. So got 2 shield and 2 attack, which I'm not going to apply. Clay Golem goes. Oh, Patches would have healed at the beginning. It's attacking the strongest, so Picket, it does 1 damage. We go to round 5. With Picket, I'm rolling 1 attack die. I'm rolling these 2, 1 defense die, and 2 more defense dice. So, got 1 bone. I can make this one a 2. I'm keeping this one. I'm not keeping this one. And I'm not applying this damage. Patches goes, I'm taking these 2 out to reroll both of them. I'm rolling 2 attack die as well. I'm attacking the Clay Golem. I did get a bone finally. Oh, by the way, beginning of its turn, Patches would have healed 1. I will apply this damage because I don't need to play. I should have exhausted that attack die because of a break. I will realize it later during the battle. I'm taking all of these out. For another fortunate discovery, I'm taking Poison Dart. You roll it, put a poison effect on a non-adjacent value. Clay Golem goes attacking the strongest. I'll have it attack Picket. 1 damage. We go to Fatigue round. Everybody loses a health. Beginning of his turn, Picket heals 1. I'm rolling 1 attack die, switch, 1 defense die, and another defense die. Got another bone. I can do a do-over. So I roll all the dice that I already rolled. So I got another repost and I did 2 damage. And I'm not keeping it. And this die is exhausted. Oh, by the way, one of Patch's die is also exhausted. I used it to attack. Beginning of his turn, Patches heals. I'm rolling 2 attack die, 1 defense die. The 1 defense die is from here. And that's enough to defeat it. So we get a loot for each of them. Go to our reward. Oh, by the way, this should. For Patches, we have Elastic Optic. At the end of the round, gain 3 initiative spots. That's weird. And we have Augured Herbs. Heal yourself 1 for 1 HP in the battle. I am about to go to the Tyrant battle. I think that makes sense to keep the Augured. Yeah, I'm keeping this, so I have to give up this. I also get 1 more progress point and 2 training points for each of them. With Picket, I'm getting 1 health to get to the same level as Patches, so now they both have 8. And I can go here, but since I can only get the first one, I don't think it makes sense. I think I try to get 1 more attack die, so I try to train my attack, it's successful, I get +1 on my attack. With Patches, I'm using 1 of it for 1 dexterity. The other one I'm getting Distiller. It lets me reroll some of the die that I have. Now we have the 6 progress point that we need. So from now on, whenever we want, on the next day we can go to the Tyrant battle. Which is what I'm going to do to just keep the video as short as possible. But you don't have to do it. You can keep playing and gain more training point and more loot before you go to the Tyrant battle. So end of the day, with Patches, I'm healing to full. With Picket, I'm already at full, so I'm scouting ahead. 6, I'm gonna look at the 5-point baddie. No, I think I'm putting him at bottom because I know what the final battle looks like, and if it keeps bringing bug in the battle, it's going to be a problem. Alright, we go to day 7. You know what? I think I changed my mind. A lot of harder 5-point baddies that I cycled and that many left. I think if I cycle this one, I'm going to face a lot of those 5-point baddies. Alright, we go to the Tyrant battle. So here you can see how to set up the Tyrant battle. Place the villain in lane 1, draw bug type baddies, and place in lane 2 and 3. Party of 1 or 2, 1 point bug type baddies. Party of 3 or 4, 5.5 baddies. Baddie key with baddie point, party of 1 ignore this, so if you're playing solo, you ignore the baddie point, you just set up the top part. Each move position in battle requires 2 decks instead of 1. Tyrant skill, which you can see here, is Bug Ruler. If any bug type baddies are on the battle mat, the villain cannot lose HP. Poison has no effect on the villain. And the Tyrant die, you can see it here. This side is poison 2, so you put a poison 2 effect on the target. And this side is poison enhancer. Set the existing poison down effect to 3 on the villain's target. So we set up the battle. The villain goes to lane 1. His initiative is 5. And he starts with 8 health. Then we draw 2 1-point baddies and put them in lane 2 and 3. So I have to draw until I see a bug type baddies. So this one goes to lane 2. And this one goes to lane 3. The clay golem inida is 2. The bug frog is 3. And we have the rest of the baddie points. So with day 7, it's going to be 14, so 2 5-point baddies and 4 1-point baddies. So this guy goes to lane 4. Comes in with 6 health. And its initiative is 6. This one has signal, which means I know I'm going to bring 4 1-point baddies. So let me shuffle the 1-point baddies already so that I don't have to shuffle them during the game. Alright, I need to roll my any dice. Have a 5 and a 3. I think with patches I'm going before bug frog. With Picket, I can go before or after the villain. I think I go before the villain. Alright. The villain is attacking 2 of us. So I don't want to go, for example, in this situation where he can attack both of us. I want to put us in a situation he can only attack one of us. So I think with Picket I'm going here, with Patches I'm going here. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah. I also need to do my shield wall for Picket. 1, 1, and a bone. I can't use the bone from shield wall, so let's just go. Alright, we go to the battle. The Goblin Alarmist goes, it signals 1. It's rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die. It's attacking the weakest. I'll have it attack Picket. 1 damage. And 2 wounds. Picket goes, I'm rolling 2 attack dice. I'm rolling switch, rush and situational awareness, and I'm rolling 1 defense die. And I'm attacking the bug flag. Alright. Oh, I'm 1. If I had 1 more attack, I could have saved this switch and just defeat this without exhausting my switch, but it is what it is. So I get 1 defense. I do 3 damage from my attacks. I apply the switch, change position with this one. I apply the switch again, change position with this one, and do 3 damage to it. So this one's defeated. This one, I can choose not to apply it. I'm not applying it, I'm putting it back. These 2 are exhausted. Drellen goes. It moves 1. It's rolling its Tyrant die. It's rolling 3 attack die and 2 defense die. It's a melee baddie, which means it has to be adjacent to attack. It can attack 2 targets, which means if I was in a situation where it could attack both of us, it would have attacked both of us, but in this situation, it could never be a situation where it could attack both of us. That's why I went with Patches there in the first place. Alright. Oh, here's Tyrant die. It does 5 damage, so this will come off, and these 2 will come off. No, let me... I would have kept this one and take it down to 1 and take this one out instead. This one is the poison enhancer, which means if I had a poison on me, it would have put it to the maximum. I don't have a poison on me, so it doesn't have any effect. Let me put this here so that I don't forget. It gets 1 defense, and that's it. Patches goes. I'm moving 1. Because of the battle effect, this movement... Actually, let me move here. Because of the effect of the battle, this movement cost me 2 decks instead of 1. I'm rolling the Bonesaw. I'm rolling 2 attack die. I have 1 more left. I'm rolling Chem Kit because I'm planning to exhaust my attack die. I need to get some attack from the Chem Kit. And I can roll 1 defense die from here. It's an extra. So I'm rolling, I'm attacking the Clay Golem. Alright, that worked out well. So this guy is defeated. I did 3 damage from here, 1 damage from here, 1 damage from here, so that's 5 damage. It's defeated. I get 1 shield. All of these are exhausted. This is because it's a skill die, and these 2 because of the break. And I get this one. It goes to my active slot, which means I have +2 attack stat here, which means these 2 that are exhausted. My attack stat is actually 4 now. I can still roll 2 attack. In my turn, I would have also used the Rusty Optic to gain 3 initiative spot, which means I would have gone 1, 2, 3. I would have gone to the top. Alright, we go to the next round. Oh, these two are out. So beginning of the round, this one comes in. Don't be a bug, it's not a bug. Six. It has 6 shield. It has 6 health. It has lashback. Lashback 2. Its initiative is 4, but since it's oh, sorry. This one was defeated first. Sorry about that. The lane 3 was defeated first, which means it would have come in lane 3, not lane 2. So lane 3 is full. It goes to lane 4, it's full, it goes to lane 1. But again, since its initiative would have been 4, but since it's coming in the middle of the battle and it's a 5-point baddie, it goes to the bottom. This one is also not a bug, which is nice. It's the Griffin Yearling that we said. Alright. Patches is first. With Patches, I'm rolling the Poison Dart. I'm rolling 2 attack die. I'm rolling 1 defense die from here. I still have 3 more to roll. I'm rolling all of these 3. Alright. I'm attacking the Griffin Yearling. Oh, I have this extra defense die. Alright, the Poison 2, I can put it on a non-adjacent baddie. Drellen is immune to poison, so I'm just gonna put it on the Direwolf. This one lets me reroll 2 of these dice. I'm pretty happy with these 2, so I'm not gonna use this. I'm giving this 5 buff HP to Picket. I'm giving this 4 buff HP to Patches. So this is exhausted. This is actually gone because it's consumed. I did 1 damage to Griffin Yearling. I get 1 bone. And I can keep this defense die, but I don't have any open slot for active dice. So this guy goes, it signals 1, attacking the weakest. I'm going to have it attack Picket. No, I'll have it attack Patches. I made a mistake here during the battle. Here I should have also rolled 2 defense die for him. Now back to the game. Does 1 damage. The shield comes down. Picket goes. I signaled 1 with this one, right? Yeah. So from now on, Drellen can lose health because there is no bug type baddie on the mat. I'm rolling 2 attack die, 5 defense die, hoping for 2 bones and a lot of defense. I made a mistake here. My defense stat is 3, so I could maximum roll 3 defense die. As I was counting, I only looked at my dexterity and didn't pay attention to my defense stats. So I was allowed to roll only 3 defense die. I rolled 1 too many. I don't think in the end it would have made a big difference, but that was a mistake. Now back to the game. Let's see how it goes. Alright. That's 1 damage. It takes the shield off. This is 2 shield. This 2 I can make. This 1 I can make it 2 from Raider armor. This one I can make it 2 from Raider armor. This bone I can make it 1. I'm not going to. It's a maze, so I don't have to. And this one I'm keeping. I'm doing a shield bash. I'm taking this off. I'm taking all of my shield off. It's going to do 7 damage. Which means Drellin is left with 1 health. It's gonna leave me vulnerable for this round, but I think I have to do it. So I take all of my shield off. Alright, Drellin goes, rolling 3 attack die, 2 defense die, and it's Tyrant die, the Tyrant die. Yeah. It's attacking Picket. So, get 1 shield, this is a bone, this is a bone, this is poison 2. And 3 damage, it comes off from my buff HP. Direwolf goes, it's rolling, it loses 2 health. This goes to poison 1. It's rolling 4 attack die. It's attacking Picket. Does 4 damage, so these 2 and 2 more. Since all of my buff HP is gone, this die is exhausted. Griffin Yearling goes, it attacks Patches. 2 damage, it comes off buff HP and it gains Flight. We go to round 4. Sorry. Oh, I think I forgot to change the round last time. We are in round 3. We are not in round 2. I think I forgot to change the round counter last. Alright. Patches goes, I'm rolling. Medkit, Fast Hand, and Liquid Life. I think if I manage to keep Picket alive, I can win this battle. Oh, with Picket I also have the Ogre Herbs. I don't really need to roll these. I think I roll them anyway, then I decide if I'm applying them or not. Yeah. I'm rolling 2 attack die, 1 defense die, and another defense die because of Reinforced Buckler. So these are my 6 decks, and 1 extra because of Reinforced Buckler. I'm attacking the Goblin Alarmist. Alright, that's 3 damage. This Liquid Life is 2, which means if I can give it to myself or I can give it to Picket. I'm giving it to Picket. Let me check to make sure if it goes to the locked slot. No, it goes to the active slot. Yeah. So if during the game Picket gets KO'd, it comes back immediately and takes its turns with 2 health. These 2 I'm not applying now. I'm keeping them. Actually, let me lock this one. This one I'm not applying it. And I get a bone. and 1 shield. These 3 damage are already applied. I'm going to use my backup plan for 2 ones I get heal Gearlock and healing Picket for 1. Alright, Goblin Alarmist goes, it's rolling 1 attack die, 2 defense die, it signals 1, it's the last time it signals. It's attacking the Vickers, which is Picket. Does 1 damage. This one bones and it gets 1 shield. Picket goes, I'm rolling 2 attack die, 3 defense die, and riposte. Oh, beginning of my turn I heal 1. Sorry about that. Now poison 2, I lose 2 health. This goes down to poison 1. Alright. Now I'm rolling these 6 dice. I'm attacking Drellen, hoping for 2 damage. Yes, that's it. So this 1 damage, 1 more damage. Drellen is defeated. When the Tyrant is defeated, the Tyrant battle is over. It's not like other battles that you have to finish it. So the Tyrant is defeated, the battle is immediately over. If you want to play it more for fun, so you can choose to continue, but now that's the end of the battle. One last thing that I hope I could explain as it comes out, but it never came out, I guess, since I was playing as Adventurer, is the full party wipeout. The full party wipeout is when all Gearlocks get KO'd, which means all of them lose all their health. In that case, it's a full party wipeout, which means the encounter is unsuccessful, but the adventure is not over. You simply skip the reward of that encounter, move to your recovery, during which you just heal to full, move to next day, and resolve the next encounter. If the encounter is unsuccessful, you simply discard the encounter. Any baddie that is not defeated goes at the bottom of its own stack. So this 1 point baddie goes to the bottom of this 1 point stack, and those 5 point baddies as well. So these 5 point baddies go to the bottom of 5 point baddie stack, and this 1 point baddie goes to the bottom of the 1 point baddie stack, and you simply move to the next day. In the case of Tyrant battle, again, you do all of these things, but you don't discard it. You can have another go if you have days left. For example, in this case, it's day 7. We had 10 days. We had days left. So if I was unsuccessful, I could have another go at the Tyrant encounter. And that's the end of the game. That's it. That's Too Many Bones. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned enough to be able to play the game. And I hope you have fun playing this game. Until next time, happy gaming.